Good evening and welcome to Just Event Online News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Tinubu orders 6-month ban on Russian nut export. Governor Abdulrahman promised good affairism or citizens to voice their needs. Federal government unveils digital portal to report housing fraud. FRSC, EFCC partner to curb economic crimes, road crashes. Kwara South Unity Group meets A3 APC World Chairman, declares support for Engineer Nuruddin Adeyemi. Federal government prioritizing conducive environment for investors, Edun says. NSA reunites 128 rescued victims with families. Rivers expresses readiness to tackle floods in rivers. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has approved a 6-month temporary ban on the export of Russian nuts to curb informal trade, boost local processing, protect and grow Nigeria's share industry. The ban, which is with immediate effect, is subject to review on expiration and specifically aimed at boosting Nigeria's share value chain to generate around $300 million annually in the short term. This was disclosed in a press statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nwokocha. The Kwara State Governor, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, has called on citizens to speak truthfully to the government about their needs, assuring that his administration is committed to addressing them.
It's important that you speak truth to government. Let us know genuinely what affects you, what will improve your life. Let's depart from praising him. It will not help us in the long term. Let's be wearing the shoes, you know where it's pinching you. So tell us what the problems are so that we can input it in the next budget to improve your lives and livelihood. The idea of upgrading the primary school, having a secondary school is a welcome idea which the government will engage in. The issue of the road from Alapa, we look at it closely and engage with it. I must say that they also having the land road in Atlanta Valley area and will continue to engage meaningfully. So don't hold back in your suggestion in how to help government and your contribution into the budget so that we do the right thing for you. And we don't sit at the state capital and think we know what you want and give you what you think you want. But you tell us what you want so that we can give you what will benefit you. On that note, I thank you very much indeed for this event.
Speaking at the town hall meeting on citizens' engagement in budget process held in Bodesadu, Moyo local government area, Governor Abdulrahman described the engagement as a demonstration of his administration's belief that citizens' voices matter. Governor Abdulrazak stressed that his government will continue to prioritize the welfare of current through people-focused projects and policies, adding that the annual engagement remains a vital part of inclusive governance.
Citizens' engagement has therefore served as a barometer to know the limits of public resources and how it should be spent and distributed across the state. It's important to mention that every government project or program is important. They are all born out of their interests and needs of public good and requirements. For instance, construction of roads, pedestrian walkways, water projects, health facilities, or investment in agriculture initiative is just as important as having a technology hub that gives our children a strong head start in the fast-paced digital economy that we have today. All of these projects come with huge benefits to citizens. Our intention is to serve in the interest of every demographic. The old, the young, urban, rural, everyone is important to us. Our administration is entering a new phase. We are excited with the volume of development going on across the state. Basically, the support of the people is what motivates us and what makes us do better. So that this engagement has started, we've seen important contribution and we'll see more before the program ends.
The Honorable Commissioner for Planning and Economic Development, Dr. Mary Ronke Arinde, reaffirmed the state government's commitment to open governance and citizen participation in the 2026 budget preparation. The Commissioner lauded Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak for his unwavering support and proactive investment in infrastructure and human capital development across the state.
Citizen engagement is not just a mere jamboree, it is a compelling necessity for effective governance. It is a demonstration of trust-building path through listening to and responding to their needs, promote accountability by encouraging citizens to participate in decision-making processes. It is also a veritable mechanism to hold the government accountable for their promises and finally to foster transparency by ensuring that citizens understand how their money is being spent and elicit accountability from government for our actions. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me at this juncture to express my ministry's sincere appreciation to the Governor of Kwara State, His Excellency Malam Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, for his support at ensuring that this meeting is conducted. I'm indeed very grateful for his concerted efforts at promoting engagement with citizens on issues of governance, both at state, local government, and community levels, with a view of improving service delivery.
Also speaking, the Director of Budget, Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, Alhaji Shamsuddin Arbe, who presented an analysis of the 2024 and 2025 budget performances, disclosed that the state recorded over 90% budget performance in 2024, while the first 6 months of 2025 have equally shown strong performance. The federal government has unveiled a digital platform that allows Nigerians to report fraudulent activities in housing estates, upload supporting evidence, and monitor the progress of their complaints. The initiative was announced on Tuesday in a statement released by the Federal Minister of Housing and Urban Development, marking a significant step towards enhancing accountability and transparency in the real estate sector. The ministry stressed that fraudulent practices in housing estates will no longer be tolerated and that offenders will face the full wrath of the law. The Federal Road Safety Corps and Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has formalized a strategic partnership aimed at tackling economic sabotage and reducing road traffic crashes across Nigeria. The agreement followed a courtesy visit on Tuesday by FRSC Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed and his team to EFCC Chairman Ola Olukoyede in Abuja. During the meeting, Mohammed stressed that road safety is not just a transport issue, but a national security and economic priority. The Kwara South Unity Group has continued its consultations with stakeholders of the All Progressives Congress across the Senatorial District, reaffirming its call for the Igbomina bloc to produce the next senator. During their meetings, the group formally announced Engineer Nuruddin Adeyemi Balogun as its preferred aspirant for the Senate seat, describing him as a core party loyalist who has contributed immensely to the growth and development of Kwara South beyond politics. Team lead, Engineer Jimoh Alao, highlighted Balogun's antecedents, which he said qualifies him for the senatorial position.
Engineer Nuruddin Adeyemi Balogun. Ẹgbẹ́ APC ni wá lábẹ́ ọ̀gá wa Abraman Abraza. Ọlọ́run ọba kó bá lọ́ra ẹ̀mí wọn. Ọlọ́run ọba tó fún wọn ṣe kò ní padà lẹ́yìn wọn. So gẹ́gẹ́ mo sọ Kwara South ìran mẹ́ta ni wá. A ní Ìbọ̀lọ́ ibi tèmi ti wá. A ní Èkìtì ibi tí àwọn mọ̀mọ́ mi ti wá. Èkìtì Axis. A dẹ̀ ní Ìgbómìnà Axis tí àwọn Dr. Wáyé ti wá. So àwa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yìí ọmọ ìyá ọmọ bàbá ni wá. Bẹ̀tì ìbò kan wà tó pa wá pọ̀, ìyẹn ni ìbò Senate. So àwa wá wò pé Senate tó ń bọ̀ yìí ó yẹ ká lò làákàyè pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, kò yẹ ká tún máa jù mọ́ra wa lọ́wọ́ ká wo ibi tó bá tọ́ sí. Àwa ṣe findings wa rí pé tá a bá ní parọ́ dàdẹ̀ ní fi òjò róbọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìsọ̀kan tá a la gbé dání. Finding wa fi yé wa pé Èkìtì Axis wọ́n ti ṣe kínní fún ọdún 12. Ìyẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa Simon Ajibola wọ́n ṣe lọ́dún 12, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe wọn tí wọ́n lè ṣe, àwọn náà gbìyànjú. Ọlọ́run ọba ó fún wọn ṣe, Ọlọ́run ọba lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí wọn náà. Ẹ̀yìn ìgbà yẹn ló bọ́ sí Ìbọ̀lọ́. Rafiu Ibrahim látòjì òkú lọ́yún, òun náà lọ́dún 4. Ó ṣe wọn tó náà lè ṣe. Fortunately, kò tó kó ń bọ̀ lọ́yẹ̀ náà, ọlọ́tún ní kó bọ́.
He stressed that zoning seats to Igbomina will not only ensure fairness, equity, and justice, but also set a worthy precedent for future generations. Alao also appreciated the 83 APC ward chairmen for their resilience and commitment to the party, urging them to continue supporting the administration of Governor Abdul Rahman Abdulrazak and President Bola Tinubu. In their responses, the ward chairmen, through their representatives, commended the group for championing fairness and inclusivity in Kwara South politics, assuring the group of the support and encouraged them not to relent until the struggle for equity is embraced by all in the senatorial district. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has said that federal government is prioritizing the creation of a conducive environment for global investors. Edun made the remarks while leading Nigeria's economic delegation at the high-level business roundtable hosted by City in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The minister set out Tinubu's economic reform agenda to restore fiscal sustainability, unlock private capital, and fast-track inclusive growth. Over 128 persons rescued from bandit captivity in Kara Namodi, Zamfara State, were yesterday reunited with their families by the federal government. The National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Rabadu, said the victims, comprising men, women, and children, were freed in 2 waves of military and intelligence operations earlier this month. Ribadu assured Nigerians that the federal government would intensify onslaughts against terrorists, vowing that there will be no safe haven for criminals. The Rivers State sole administrator, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, has expressed readiness to mitigate the impact of predicted flooding and related emergencies in the state. Ibas gave the assurance during a high-level courtesy visit by a delegation from the National Emergency Management Agency at the Government House in Port Harcourt. A statement signed by the Senior Special Advisor on Media said NEMA delegation was led by Director of Planning, Research and Forecasting, Dr. Olumode Abdullahi Bandele. And that'll be all on Just Events Online News at 9. Here's the recap of the story. Tinubu orders 6 months ban on raw share nuts export. Governor Abdulrahman promised good referendum on citizens to voice their needs. Federal government unveils digital portal to report housing fraud. FRSC, EFCC partner to curb economic crimes, road crashes. Kwara South Unity Group meets a 3 APC ward chairman, declares support for Engineer Nuruddin at DME. Federal government prioritizing conducive environment for investors, Edu says. NSA reunites 128 rescued victims with families. Ibas expresses readiness to tackle flood in rivers. Thank you for watching Just Event Online News. Be good to people around you and make a good relationship for a better tomorrow. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tab at Just Events Online. You can also send us an email on justeventsonline@gmail.com. I'm Anifat Ismail. Good night.